Stellantis is about to revolutionize the pickup truck segment with a pickup powerhouse that blends compact dimensions with practicality and surprising capabilities. On top of that, it's cheaper than anything else on the market, a budget-friendly unibody pickup that'll attract not just fleets and small businesses, but first-time truck buyers alike as well. Get ready for a massive earthquake on the truck market as Stellantis CEO is about to release a new 16K pickup truck and wow everyone. Ram's trump card. Stellantis has been in big trouble lately, but its savior may be around the corner in a bit of an unexpected form, a small unibody pickup truck. Americans love trucks, but with full-size models getting too expensive, many of them would rather choose something smaller. The Ford Maverick's demand still surpasses supply significantly years after its launch, and now Ram wants a piece of the cake. But it'll be even more affordable and therefore more approachable to the wider masses. The pickup we're talking about is the Ram 700, and only by that name it's super easy to conclude that it's significantly smaller than the 1500, because it's actually a Fiat, a product of the Italian automaker we usually associate with fancy small cars full of Italian flair. However, Fiat is also a prominent player in the commercial sector. After all, the Ram ProMaster is based on the legendary Ducato van. In the Ram 700's case, we're actually talking about a pickup called the Fiat Strada, a pickup designed primarily for the South American market, but in Mexico it wears Ram's badge, which is the path to be followed in the United States. Ram 700 design. So what's the deal with the Ram 700? What does it bring to the market where we already have a couple of established names like the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz? Well, affordability is the first thing that comes to mind, along with compact dimensions and a simple design. The Ram 700 is good for 107.7 inches when it comes to the wheelbase, while the total length is a bit over 174 inches. So when compared to the 200-inch long Maverick, it's clear that Ram's small pickup would aim at a completely different audience. Because unlike Ford's pickup, which is primarily seen as a super practical family hauler, the Ram 700 is much more of a commercial vehicle. Just take the suspension setup as an example. The Maverick features a refined, comfort-oriented, independent rear suspension, while the Ram 700 rather uses leaf springs. It's clearly a cheaper solution, but also highly beneficial when it comes to hauling and overall durability and reliability. Speaking of durability and reliability, it's also worth noticing that drum brakes on the rear axle are a simpler, cheaper, and more rugged solution. Furthermore, the Ram 700 comes in a single cab layout as well, along with a double cab version. With such a design approach, it imposes itself as a natural choice for small businesses, especially those in urban environments where that combo of compact dimensions and practical cargo bed would come to shine. But the Ram 700 is also quite an attractive pickup. Of course, most of the design is the same as in the case of the Strada, with the same shape and front-end design as the only altered part of the vehicle. But even that part comes down to nothing more than a different badge, but all in all, it's a fairly attractive looking pickup, which in higher trims can also be equipped with goodies like LED headlights, 16-inch alloy wheels, etc. Interior design. With its compact dimensions, it's clear that the Ram 700 is not as spacious as the Ford Maverick from the inside. Still, the double cab version comes with a couple of quite reasonably spacious seats, so adults can fit in both rows easily. Of course, it's not for longer journeys, but short trips should be just fine. With the super affordable price in mind, it's clear that you shouldn't expect anything spectacular inside the cabin. But the interior quality and design are actually pretty good, with solid build quality and a lot of Italian flair that make this interior not just practical and utilitarian, but stylish as well. Interesting styling solutions can be found in various areas of the cabin, while materials, although mostly hard to the touch, actually look pretty nice. Furthermore, modern tech features like a 7-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are part of the standard equipment even in the base SLT trim. That version also includes a 4-speaker audio system, air conditioning, fabric seats, and USB ports. For those looking for more standard equipment, the Bighorn trim stands out with an upgraded touchscreen, 6 speakers, upgraded materials including chrome, an adjustable steering wheel, and keyless entry. Finally, there's the range-topping Laramie trim with further infotainment upgrades that keep the same screen size but bring crisper graphics. Once again, the sound system gets upgraded and counts up to 8 speakers, while the leatherette seats make the truck look quite luxurious. The list of features goes on and also includes convenience goodies like a multifunction steering wheel, proximity key, partly digital instrument cluster, rear-view camera, parking sensors, and many more. Powertrain, an upgrade to come. If the Ram 700 is about to perform successfully in the US market, it would probably need a powertrain upgrade, because the Mexican market Ram 700 comes with only one powertrain option on offer. That would be its 1.3-liter DOHC gas engine, rated at around 99 horsepower and 95 pound-feet of torque. The good thing is that it's a 4-cylinder engine, so it's quite smooth. What's not so great is that this is a naturally aspirated engine, so even that modest power output is available not before 6,000 RPM. Clearly, that engine can't keep up with much more powerful units found in the Maverick and Santa Cruz, but there may be a solution. Namely, Fiat could install its 1.4-liter Turbo 4 engine, which was already in use in North American market models like the Fiat 500 and 124 Spider, with a max output ranging from 135 to 160 horsepower and 150 to 183 pound-feet of torque, which should be plenty enough for solid performance. The Mexican market version comes standard with a 5-speed manual, while CVT is available. Will the American version come with something else or keep the same units? It's still unclear, but on the other hand, we're pretty sure that its front-wheel drive setup is about to remain the only one available. Towing and payload capacity. The Ram 700 is small and not particularly powerful, but that doesn't mean it's not capable. Clearly, with 99 horsepower, it's hard to expect particularly great towing capacity, so the actual max rating goes around 1,000 pounds. Of course, things will get a bit better with more powerful engine installed from the North American market, but what's actually more important than towing is hauling, considering that the Ram 700 imposes itself as a great commercial solution, whether it's about fleets, farmers, and contractors, etc. If you look at the current market offer, the biggest complaint goes to the choice of bed sizes. Both the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz come only in double cab variants, with relatively modest bed sizes of 4.5 and 4.3 feet respectively. The Ram 700 would be offered in a single cab as well. That version features a quite respectable 5.6-foot cargo bed, a number that becomes even more impressive once you realize that most midsize trucks don't come with anything longer than a 5-foot bed. On the other hand, the double cab version, due to its dimensions, is good for no more than 3.6 feet. It's not particularly utilitarian, but still, there is benefit of open bed practicality. Finally, one more surprise. Do you remember that we mentioned how the Ram 700 features leaf springs on the rear axle a few moments ago? Well, it's not just a cheap technical solution, it's also the reason for the Ram 700's quite impressive payload capacity. It may be smaller with significantly lower engine power, but its max payload capacity of 1,580 pounds beats both the Maverick and front-wheel drive Santa Cruz, which is yet another indicator that this could be a pretty successful commercial vehicle on the US market. Release date and price. The Ram 700 is expected to come to the US market next year, and one of its key selling points will be its affordable price. The Mexican market version starts at a bit over $16,000, which sounds unbelievable when you look at the prices of today's market. The American market version, of course, will probably cost a little bit more, but it'll still be way below the Maverick and Santa Cruz. The reasons for a slightly higher price tag are few, and that leads us to a couple of challenges that Ram may face when launching this pickup. One of them is the engine, which will certainly add a bit to the price, but the bigger problem is safety, because the new car assessment program for Latin America and the Caribbean gave it 1 star out of 5. Moreover, the pickup doesn't come with blind spot detection and lane support systems, which are mandatory and would certainly add to the cost. Finally, there's the chicken tax. Yes, you heard us well, because the Ram 700 is not produced in Mexico, but in Fiat's plant in Brazil, which means we should also include a 25% tax in the price. Or maybe Ram plans to establish production in North America. Who knows? For now, officials are still quiet on this matter. Thanks for watching and see you next time.